stories about witches.
I already had some stories published and one book. So I said to my wife, you know, I will be full-time writer.
Wow.
She was terrified. What?
It's a hard decision.
Yeah, it was a hard decision. It was a decision of my life. It was risky like hell. It was very hard then in Poland, practically in the mainstream and in science fiction. There was not even one writer who was full-time. Everybody was a teacher, a university teacher, a doctor. Everybody had his normal work and then hobby.
Grace the red along with Geralt of Rivia. Along came this song.
You know, it was also an interesting thing, something that maybe not all people know, that I was working in some kind of institution which was strictly connected to the political system we had in Poland then. Because in Poland, the contacts, the commercial contacts with abroad, with foreign countries, was allowed only for specialized institutions doing business in every branch. So it was one for textiles, one for leather, one for furs, one for metallurgy or something, you name it. But only this specialized institution could make business with abroad, with the foreign countries. And I worked in such an institution. I studied the business, I studied economy, I knew languages, so it was quite natural for me to undertake the work in such an institution. But then the regimes have changed. Well, the old regime was substituted by the new regime, and everybody could make business with abroad, everybody. So these institutions like mine were simply not needed anymore. And I became, from one day to another, I became...
You lost your job?
Yes.
When I went to fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves.
You know why the story was short?
Yep.
Because they gave me a limit.
Okay.
It was the competition.
Yeah, competition.
It was a
5,000
competition.
words?
They count the pages.
Oh,
The
in
standard
pages.
pages.
Okay.
It was 30 pages. What can I make with these 30 pages? Nothing. I have never committed such a short story. Not. Oh, it was always longer. Fantastica magazine, which was then and right now the leading magazine in science fiction and fantasy. And they always plan the stories in the edition that they pass together. And they always say, oh, there is a new story of Sapkowski, but we must shorten it. And the publisher said, no, shorten someone else. It is connected with this shortage of the story, with these 30 pages, because I wanted to write fantasy. Absolutely, because I suspected that the works, the novels and the stories people will send for this competition will be mostly political fiction or science fiction. So I say, okay, I'll be a little bit different.
So see, there's the economist in your heart.
Marketing business.
Thinking anything.
Marketing. Write something about Conan who kills monsters, that fucks somebody, that kills monsters, too stupid. So I decided to retell a fairy tale. And I talked about a typical Polish fairy tale. I wrote it in childhood about some shoemaker's apprentice coming to the town, inquiring that there is a monster killing people. So all the knights and clergymen, they who couldn't do anything with this monster, so he kills the monster, gets half a princess and the whole kingdom. No, the other way. The whole kingdom and half of the kingdom and the full princess. I said, okay, but it is a fairy tale. It is for children. So I will write a story how it was in reality. But in reality, when there is a monster, the monster is threatening people. People fear the danger, so they don't call shoemakers apprentices. No,
Yeah, it's not acceptable.
They want professionals. Okay, so imagine a fantasy land full of monsters. People are afraid to go into the woods or even to after dark to go peace because they can be killed by the monster. So there is a demand. Where is a demand, there is a supply.
Yes.
It's economic.
Yes,
economics.
again.
So there is possibility to earn the money for something that people want you to do. Shoemaker's apprentice make shoes. And professional monster killers kill monster for money.
Wow, so that's from the joining in competition and creating visual is all calculated in your mind.
Absolutely. So my next stories, maybe 5 of them, because then I started to write the Witcher saga. But all of them were retold fairy tales. So I took Little Mermaid from Andersen. I took The Beauty and the Beast and some more. But it was my trademark done in Poland. That my next story about The Witcher, people knew that will be a fairy tale, but told with some
In different ways.
yes, with some subversion in it. So, but of course, it was always like this. How it was in the reality. What really happened that people then made the fairy tale for children. The game people, the CD Projekt, and they approached me. It was a long time ago, with the conception how to do it. I don't see nothing bad for me in this, and of course I am absolutely convinced that a lot of, especially young people, game fans and game lovers, after playing the game, they said, well. There is a book also. Maybe I read the book also. Of course, that's for sure. The Polish Ministry of the Foreign Affairs phoned me and said, please give us the book in English because we don't have it.
He can buy it, come on!
Oh, yes, I told them so. They said, no, please, because it's a question of time. So you sign the books at home to Mr. Obama, and we send a driver. The driver will take the books and give it to the President Obama, and you will get the books back from us. They never give me the books back.
We'll complain that on the internet.
And I'm not sure if they gave the books to Obama. Let's go to the Library of Congress and we can check.
We'll find out. We can do the internet check after, and we can complain it all the way to the Prime Minister of Poland.
Don't do it.
Okay.
My advice is learn something useful and do it. Because if there is a writer inside you, it's not possible to keep him down. Impossible. He will go like a phoenix.
It's more like a destiny, right? You're born with it or you are not. Okay, it's very kind of you. Let's finish off beer.
Yes, sure, we do it.